Jeff and Jordan from Big Brother are joining us on the line. Hello, you two.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Now, I've got to ask, because you guys seem to be like the darlings of Big Brother now. What's it like after a second season on the show? I guess, Jordan, I'll ask you.
It's exactly the same. It actually, me and Jeff on Big Brother together, we work really good together, and it brings us closer, I think, especially too because we do long distance. And then for us to go back on the show and spend time together again and then get to work together through every situation and good situations, it really does. It brings us together. So, it's a good experience.
Is it kind of weird, though, having your personal time, like you said, you don't get very much of it, to have your personal time seen by everybody? Is that weird?
No, not really. I think because me and Jeff are both really outspoken people, and we both kind of, more so people saw me, just like last time, like when Jeff would lean into kids, I think I got a lot of people be like, why did you turn your head so much? And it was just because I wanted people to not see boyfriend, girlfriend, kissing, making out, that whole thing. And I wanted it to be more so us, like being ourselves, how we normally are, cutting up and laughing and things like that.
Now, it's kind of funny that we live in a world where people can barely go an hour without checking their cell phone or logging onto Facebook. And you've gone a whole summer. I mean, to me it sounds heavenly. To some people it'd be hell. Was that tough for the two of you?
No, really what we really missed was music. Mainly music, and you can't even sing in there, so it makes it worse.
Now, I guess let's just bring everybody up to speed about why you can't do that. Is because it's all being streamed, right? And then it comes to, like, copyright stuff? Is that what it is?
I think so, yeah. I think it's all copyrighted. I'm here, by the way, too. Yeah, it's all copyrighted, so you can't sing a song, otherwise you have to pay the artist, so you can't do any of that.
Right. Now, Jeff, I'll ask you, I mean, you were teamed up together. Do you think the partner twist sort of can help or hurt your individual game, or what did it do for your game?
You know, obviously you never know what to expect on Big Brother, and the twist in the beginning was real hard, just simply because it wasn't the game of Big Brother. It was a totally different game. You know, that person who you evict, the other person safe, and in some cases you wanted both of those people out, so, you know, once the keys ended, you know, nothing changed for me and Jordan. We were still a couple, probably put on the block against each other, which people never did. I don't know why. That was probably some of their mistakes. But, well, I guess I made a lot of mistakes myself, so I shouldn't be pointing fingers. But I think I'm drifting. Where's this question going? Yeah, the keys in the beginning definitely hurt. But, I mean, me and Jordan as a couple, we were going to be a couple regardless throughout the whole game. So I never was in that house at all without Jordan. So I don't know that house without having a teammate or Jordan.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Now, would either of you go back on Big Brother individually?
No, I'm done with Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
No, I won't. If they asked me, I would not go back.
Okay, Jeff, I'll ask you, if you could team up with someone from a previous season, who would it be?
Really? I haven't watched that many seasons of Big Brother. I guess I did watch season 10, and Dan was pretty good. I liked the way he played. He was smart, and he's a good competitor. I think I would say Dan if I had to answer.
With the past season, though, of your housemates, Jordan, who surprised you the most? And whether that's competitions or maybe even just general laziness or messiness, who were you surprised most by?
Surprised the most by? Well, I mean, I was surprised in the end that, I mean, I wanted Rachel to win so bad, but I mean, just because she had a huge target on her back every single week, and everybody always wanted to get her out, and I think they had like 3 or 4 chances to get her out, and they never did. So I would probably say Rachel making it to the end, because we always thought in the beginning that Rachel was going to be out before me and Jeff. And,
I mean, you two started out with a great relationship with Danielle, and then it sort of, well, I mean, it kind of slowly sort of came back around, I guess. Do you think that she planned to be with your group at the beginning anyway, or do you think she always had the idea to stray?
I think when her dad was there, she was planning on working with the veterans. I think once when her dad left, and then when she started hanging out with all the newbies and really talking to them, I think she wanted to try to make a big move and was just like, well, I really don't want to work with the veterans anymore because they're couples. And I think she just wanted to try to, I guess, start her own troops and alliance and that whole thing. So, I mean, after her dad left, no, I don't think she was trying to work with us.
All right, you know, we've got to get back to the music. We're going to chat more with Jeff and Jordan if you guys wouldn't mind sticking around, hopefully.
Absolutely.
All right, more with Jeff and Jordan from Big Brother coming up in just a second. Back on the phone with Jeff and Jordan from Big Brother. Thanks for joining us again, guys.
No problem.
Jeff, what's one thing that people watching at home probably don't realize about Big Brother? Whether that's how difficult it is, like you said, to not sing, or anything like that. Like, what's something that people don't realize?
There's a couple of things that people don't realize at home. You know, just watching on TV, a lot of people are like, oh, it's so stupid. Why don't you do this move or that move? The downtime is ridiculous in there. You know, you have absolutely nothing to do. You're trapped in there. And then the game of Big Brother, it's like nothing else outside that house really matters deep down in your mind. You're running over different, strategies in your mind over and over. And when you go to sleep, you dream about Big Brother. And when you wake up, it's the same thing over and over. Who's talking? Is this person backstabbing? Can I trust this person? And it's really very, very mentally straining. People don't realize that at home, but it's very mentally straining. And the longer you stay in that house, like past 40 days or so, it's like it's tough every day.
And then it seems, I guess that's also when tempers flare. There was the blow up, Jordan, with Shelly towards the end. Is that something, like, is it just emotionally draining is what happens?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. When you feel like with Shelly in the house, I felt like so close to her, kind of like how I did Jeff the first season. I felt like I could trust her, and then all of a sudden someone backstabs you. You kind of take it personally.
So now about that blow up, I guess, when you watch back the shows, I'm assuming that you've watched some of the episodes now. Let's say, for instance, Shelly. Did you underestimate her gameplay while you're in the house? Obviously, you learn things about people's gameplay when you're, watching them talk about it in the diary room. Have your feelings towards Shelly changed since living in the house with her?
Yeah, I was just really upset because I was blindsided by the whole thing. And then all of a sudden I find out that day that she flipped, and then that she wanted to get a foul, and that was really upsetting. Plus, I didn't win the double eviction, I didn't get to play in the veto, and then the next day JeJo lost, so I was really upset that day. But outside the house, yeah, Shelly's a great person, she's a nice woman, I like her, no hard feelings at all towards her.
And every season there's the controversy, and I know Shelly again came up sort of with Jeff's exit, and there was some instances where people were kind of saying not so great things to her family. Jeff, did you ever think that people would become so heated about something like a vote on a reality show?
No, never. When I found that out, I was upset with Shelly because of my gameplay. Obviously you don't know what's going on outside the house. But you would never, ever, ever want something like that to happen to anybody, at any level, and it's this just being a game. So when I found that out, it's kind of disappointing. I know there are some rabid fans of Big Brother, but I didn't know it would go to that level, and I would never encourage that to go to that level. Obviously, I was upset for my own reason. It is just a game. Me and Shelly are friends outside the house, and the way I did go out, like on that double eviction, it just hit me so fast. I had no idea I was leaving that day, and my temper kind of got the best of me, and definitely never, ever should people take it to that level at all, even anywhere close.
There's another listener question here. I know you've probably been asked over and over again. Is there engagement anytime soon in your future?
You can answer.
I don't know. We're going to see what happens when we get off this phone call.
Oh.
We're working it out. We recently just got out of the house, and now she's visiting in Chicago. So we're talking. We're looking to take that next step. So we'll leave it at that. What are you looking at?
There's speaking of weddings, another question here. It says, ask if they've been invited to Rachel and Brendan's wedding.
Yeah, actually, Rachel told me that I am, and because I asked her, I was like, am I getting an invitation? And she was like, of course. So yeah, we are invited.
Another situation that happened when you were in the house, so you're probably unaware at the time that it made headlines like on TMZ and a bunch of blogs, Jeff, was a conversation that you had about Harry Potter. I think it's a fair request to tell me about, I guess, what the conversation was. Did people take it out of context? Because people are suggesting you're homophobic, so, I'm going to go straight to the source here, and, if you could just sort of set the record straight as to what you were talking about or what you meant. That's a fair request, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's fair. You know what, I did, first of all, I just want to apologize for that comment. I think it was taken a little bit out of context. Obviously, I've been called different things. People aren't going to like you no matter, you can't make everybody happy all the time. And I understand people just don't like me for whatever reason. And this context, me saying this, what I said, obviously it just fuels the fire. And I shouldn't have said, I shouldn't even have been close. I had no idea what was going on with Harry Potter or the headmaster. I think what I was trying to get at was sexuality, not homosexuality at 8 years old. I answered it correctly. I have nothing else, and no one to blame but myself. I mean, even the context thing is kind of a cop-out. I said it. I'm a big boy, and I'm definitely not the person. I'm definitely not homophobic. I'm not those things, but, you know, people have to make headlines, or people like to, you know, I'm a big boy. Like I said, I'll take it all on myself. I just hope people don't think I am that person. I think people who do know me know that I'm not, and I'm sincerely sorry for the comment. That's all I could really do at this point.
I think that's a fair response. So now, aside from the engagement, what's next for you two?
Well, we got some vacations coming up, so we're planning out some vacations, and I think that's the next step. We're looking to make the move. I think it's fair to say we're looking to make the move to move in with each other. We're working on what city would actually work best at this point, you know, giving our jobs and what we want in the future. So we're taking our steps and we're planning for the future. And right now I think we're going to just enjoy some much-needed downtime and just enjoy each other right now.
Well, you know what, we wish you all the best in everything that you guys do, and we look forward to maybe the wedding will be a reality show. Maybe it'll be a special on TV, right?
If somebody wants to pay for it, I'm all in.
That'll seal the deal. Well, Jeff and Jordan, thanks so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you.